Okay, so let's find a comfy place to sit. Have a little shift around in your sit bones. And remember, depending on how you're feeling this morning, we can sit legs folded in, legs out. If you're not quite awake yet, you can sit with your back to a wall. Take a moment to roll up through your spine, relax through your shoulders, and take some deep breaths. If your nose is clear this morning, we're going to take a long deep breath in through the nose. Your out breath can leave through the nose or the mouth. And we're going to come straight in with some movement today. So we're going to start with a seated cat cow. We can start really small and we can build it up as we feel our body start to engage a little more. So the belly draws in, the chin comes to the chest, we round through the body, and then we roll. Chest comes forward, shoulders drop back. Belly tucks in, back rounds. And you feel that curve in your back roll in from one side to the next, one direction to the other. Gently mobilizing through your spine. Next time your eyes start to lift, draw your belly in gently to a more neutral space in the back and start to take a little turn of your head from side to side. So we turn to look over one shoulder until we feel a little bit of resistance, and then we let our head turn the other way. Just with a little pause at that end point to encourage a little bit of release. Well, let's take the chin to the chest. And then the eyes come up and just lift a touch, just a tiny bit to bring the collarbones up a fraction, and then back down. We avoid tipping the head back. This time your eyes come to centre, your shoulders a little drop back. Let's go side to side, ear drops to shoulder. And we use a big breath in and up over the top as we breathe out to the other side. Okay, next time we bring ourselves to the middle. That shaky noise is Jasper waking himself up this morning. We take a big breath in, and as we breathe out, we drop the shoulders back. So breathing in, we're letting them lift up, we're creating some space to drop that down through. The arms sweep out to the side, palms forward, fingers point away, space between the fingertips. Take a big breath in, press your fingers out gently. And as you breathe out, squeeze elbows back and in. Big breath in, and breathe out. Okay, when your fingers come out the next time, bend your elbows and pop your hands behind your head. Like you're sunbathing. Maybe not. Big breath in, lift up through your spine. And as you breathe out, gently roll your shoulders back and down. One more big breath. Let the hands come down. Give the arms a little shake. And let's take a soft twist just to bring it a little lower down the body. Turn into one side. Empty all the breath out that's in the body now. And when you're ready to breathe in again, use your in-breath to turn. Empty all the breath. Breathe in to turn. Take that once more each way. And let the body relax to the middle. Shake anything that feels like it needs a little wiggle. Okay, unraveling ourselves, let's activate our cores. So come on down onto your backs. See if anything clicks and clunks already. See where we're at. Take a moment to let go of your breath as you let go of the weight of your head and your shoulders into the ground so that we can start with our bridge rolls and mobilize through the back. Feet in line with the hips and floppy arms. Pressing through the heels when you're ready. As you breathe in, slide your bum away as you peel it off the floor. Breathing in and up. When your breath is full, we exhale and we roll down the other way. Let's take some quiet, steady breaths on this one so we can feel and listen to the body, what's going on in the back. Okay, we're going to bring in a little bit of strength. Take a big breath in, roll to the top, and then stay there. Continue to take long, steady breaths. You can bring your hands underneath you for a little bit of extra support if you like. Squeeze your bottom. Press your hips to the sky. And feel how your heels are anchored into the ground. You might want to slide your chin to your chest, feel the length in the back of your neck. The next time you breathe out, use it to roll down. Relax the weight. Little paddle to feet. Basic abdominals with powerful breath. I'm going to support the weight of the head as we see fit. I'm going to bring my elbows to point towards the sky as I bring the shoulder down, so I've got a clear line of travel. Taking a deep breath in. Belly draws to spine as we breathe out. One powerful breath to the sky. Breathing in to reset. Powerful breath. So you're seeing how much breath you can get out in one powerful move and pulling the belly down at the same time for strength. Let's do 4 more. . the head, relax the arms, let all the breath leave so there's no residue lingering back down there. And bring your knees gently to your chest. See what distance they feel comfortable with already. It's going to depend on the back of our legs. So we're going to give our toes a little wiggle. And then we're going to take our feet for a little walk. So press one foot away until you feel something stretch or opening in the back of the leg. And then switch it across. Little walk. You might feel it purely behind the knees. Maybe through the back of the thighs. If your calves are feeling tight this morning, it might be lower down the legs still. Okay, we've had a little walk, yes. I'm going to keep the knees bent. I'm going to put the heel of my hand on my hip bones with my fingers pointing up so that if my thigh lightly touches my hand, I know that it's pretty much coming up in a straight line. Once I find that, ankles drop down in line with the knees and arms relax. If we pull our belly down now, might need to slide your bum away a bit to give your lower back some space. Just holding this position is going to build strength in the bottom, the lower abdominals. So you can stay here and breathe, or we're going to push one foot away and then bring it back in. Push it away, swapping sides each time. Inhale to push, and let's get a big breath out. Bring it back. Breathe in to lengthen away. We create a little bit of pressure in the belly and it supports the move. One more on each leg. Gonna let the feet drop and bring the knees closer to the chest. You might want to stay still, you might want to have a little rock from side to side. I'll leave that decision up to you. Okay, one more action to kind of wake and warm the centre of the body, let the feet land. I'm going to shift myself on an angle a little bit because the radiator will fall out otherwise. Arms out wide, palms facing the ceiling, relax the shoulders. The feet and the knees come together, and squeeze the legs in slightly. And let the knees drop to one side. Take a big breath in, and as you do, let the legs roll up over the top and breathe out to the other side. So in breath guides us across. Out breath drops us into the edge of the movement, and your shoulders are your anchor. If you find the opposite shoulder starting to come off the ground, don't go quite as far. If that is feeling like just the right amount of effort and movement, then you're going to stay with it. If you would like to intensify the effort a little bit more, you're going to pick up the feet. So that you need to use a little bit more strength from your middle to control the body weight across. Come to the centre. Last time, let the feet drop. Give your knees a cuddle, either still or with that little rock about. Take a really big breath. And let's think about finding our way to our feet, shall we? Take your time, don't want you to go dizzy. If you're on your mat, you're going to come to the top, short end. Otherwise, just check there's nothing on the ground behind you that you're going to step on or trip over. And we're going to bring ourselves to the top of our space. Once we're there, our Tadasana, our mountain, so hips, knees and ankles nice and stacked. We give our toes a little wiggle earlier on, didn't we? So let's give them a little wiggle now, see if they want to separate from each other or if they're really cosy good friends this morning. Lightly spread them away. Press the knees out a touch to see your natural arch in your feet. Draw up your belly and relax your shoulders back. Okay, so we're going to take the same sequence 4 times. We're going to take a big breath in and up. We're going to exhale down into a fold, softening the knees, dropping the head. As we breathe in, we're going to support our half fold, hands to thighs or shins, lift the ribs, press the hips back, and then exhale and flop. So that is our sequence. We take a big breath in and up. We exhale down. Hands support on body, we breathe in. And we exhale to flop. Twice more. As you breathe in and lift, bring your ribs forward, push through your heels. It's going to activate your glutes, and the back of your legs. One more. This time we get to stay in our fold. So soften your knees as much as feels appropriate for you this morning. Drop the weight of your head. Feel your heels anchor into the ground, and as you breathe out, press your bottom back and up away from them to bring length through the back of your body. Okay, let your knees bend. Take a big step back with your right foot. Press your heel away for a moment. Feel the length in that leg. And then the left foot comes back to join it. Feet around about hip distance apart. We're going to actively lift out of our hands so our upper body is on. Bring our shoulders away from our ears. Lots of space in our neck. Lift your belly to lift your hips. And let your legs settle. Legs bent or straight. Heels down or up. We are all different. Take a big breath in next and roll your body to high plank. Wrists under shoulders, elbows tucked back a bit. We can stay on the toes or lower the knees. We exhale knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Toes point away. Squeeze your bum. Breathe in, roll your shoulders back into cobra. Breathe out and come down. Let's do that 3 more times. We press into the hands, we press into the tops of the feet, and we squeeze the bum. Okay, let your head rest on your hands. Your chin is tucked. We're going to take single leg lifts. Slide a big toe away, let the leg lift off the floor, and then lower down and swap. The reason we slide the big toe first is just to bring the length through the leg. Feel that little pocket of space open up right at the top where the hips are. If you want to, you can try a couple where you lift both legs at the same time. Lift the range of movement or reduce. You'll feel the intensity go up. Maybe a bigger squeeze at the bum. Okay, let your legs relax. Bring your hands underneath, push through them until your body comes back. Find your all fours. And let's come to our cat and our cow. Now that we're a little warmer, again, let's check in with what's going on in the back of the body. So we find a neutral space. And we scoot the belly in, tuck the chin around the back. And the eyes and the bum gently unravel the other way. Tuck the chin around. Let your body move with the breath. And if there's a spot where you think, oh, I just want to linger there a little bit, listen. Get your instincts going. Connect your mind and your body together more. Belly lifts to support back. We can take knees wider or knees further back. Child's pose or extended puppy. As we sink the bum back, let the chest come towards the ground. Relax the weight of the head. And take a pit stop where the only movement we have here is our breath. Big breath in. Exhale, let your body sink back more. Press into fingers, press into palms, lift your body weight through, coming back to all fours. Let's re-find our down dog. Lengthen through. And our knees soften. Big step with the right foot. Left follows, or lots of little steps if that's better for you. Let your body weight flop at the top. Empty your breath, and as you breathe out, press through the feet. Breathe in. Press through the feet, roll through the spine. Shoulders come back. Breathe out at the top. Give my breath right around. Give everything a little shake. Okay, we're going to do that once more, including the first 4 rounds at the beginning. So reset strong feet. Take a moment to lift and see if you feel like you've unraveled something already. Maybe your spine's getting a little longer. Inhale when you're ready to rise. Exhale to fold, soften the knees. Support the hands on the body as you lift the belly button. Soften. 3 more. Push through the heels, bring the ribs forward. And your last one, you're going to stay at the base, nice and floppy. Tuck the chin. Press the hips away and feel the length down the back of your body. Let your knees soften, hands find the ground. Left foot takes a big stride away. Right foot follows, we lengthen through. Switch on the upper back, shoulders, lift the belly, breathe, lengthen space down the back of the body. When you're ready, inhale, roll body through. And exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, toes point away. Squeeze the bum, rolling through your cobras. Let's just do 2 this time. As you come down, head rests on hands. Single leg lifts. Or straight in with the double if you prefer. Some lower body locust this morning. It's time you land, hands come underneath body, press back to all fours. And this time, instead of the cat-cow, we're going to stretch our feet. The toes tuck underneath. And we press the bum back over the heels. Toes gently coming towards the shins. Bum pressing away. Release the weight forward. Keep the toes tucked. No, don't. What am I talking about? Relax the toes. Almost forgot your child's pose or extended puppy then. How awful would that have been? See your weight back. Press into your hands. Lift your body weight through. Retuck your toes. And now you can find down dog. Knees soften. Big step left. Right follows. Lots of little steps. Flop. Empty the breath. Press out of the feet as you breathe in and roll. Eyes come up, we breathe out. We roll the shoulders back, we give everything a little shake. Okay, let's stay up here for a moment. Well, a few moments to be fair. Okay, coming to one end of your mat, facing away from it. Take a big step backwards. Big long step. Okay? So much so that your heel is not going to be on the floor. Alright, it might be to begin with. We're thinking about our high lunge. So strengthening and lengthening the legs to wake them up this morning. It's a big long step where the back heel is off the ground and we feel pretty stable. If you're wobbling, take your back foot out to the side more, a little wider. Zip your belly up, tuck your bum underneath. Front knee stacks the ankle. So we've got a long straight leg and a bent leg. We're going to breathe in to reach the fingers up and breathe out to relax the fingers down. Really push down through the front foot. Your option as you breathe out and come down is to keep the squeeze in the bum. Bend the knee. Straighten. Bend. Okay, next time the fingers come up, I'm going to step the back foot in so that I can put the heel on the floor. A little short distance. Hands come towards hips, we push the bum backwards and bring the rib cage forwards. Hands can be anywhere on this front thigh as we start to look for length. Just avoid pressing on the knee. The knee itself can bend as much as your body feels it should bend this morning. Okay, press the hips back as you breathe in. Use your out breath to find some space behind the legs. Let your knees soften. Roll to the top. And then we're going to do the opposite side. So I'm going to turn, just so I can see you. You can just swap foot if you prefer. So from your mountain. So generally from the mountain we take a straight step back because then we're coming from the principle of that strong foundation. But remember, if you do feel quite wobbly, you can take your feet a bit wider, that's okay. If the feet come in, you will wobble more. Big step. Back heels off the ground. Belly zips up, bum tucks underneath. Front knee above the ankle, strong alignment. Breathing in to reach the fingers up and out to bring them down. With the option to bring the leg in. We have to push down through the front foot to bring ourselves back up. Next time we come up, we're going to bring the back foot in so that we can pop the heel on the floor. Start to push the bum out, lift the belly to support the back. So hands start on the hips, and that might be enough. You might want to stay there. Or as you breathe and explore how you feel, you may find you want to sink. Remember, again, this knee can bend as much as you feel is right for you. We inhale to gently draw the weight back into the hips and the heels. And we exhale to find softness. The knees soften, roll to the top, take your feet wide, think goddess wide, so the toes out, 10 and 2-ish, but then we have a little play to check our knee alignment to feet. Remember, if the knees are dropping in, you might want your feet closer together, or maybe you've just turned the feet out too far. Have a play with both those things, find the right position. Okay, big breath in. As we breathe out, sink down, we push through the feet, breathe in and up. We breathe out and down. I think we'll hold the next one at the bottom. Holding here. So the knees are pressed out, the belly's drawn up, hips gently press forward, and we roll the shoulders back. You reach your fingers up to the sky, drop your shoulders down, feel the length in your spine. Big breath into fingertips, lengthen, turn the feet. Ooh. Flatten the back, and then if you want to, keep going and flop. You might want to have a little shift of your upper body from side to side. Just feel that little movement from leg to leg, across the back of the hips. From here, I'm going to place my hands on the ground, soften my knees, and bring myself down to my mat. You might want to do that a little different, it's up to you. And from a kneeling point, I'm going to put my knees over something a little bit more squishy. So I've got a blanket, but as I say, if you don't have a blanket, you can roll your mat up, just so that the knees got a little bit more squish between itself and the ground. So, line your knees up so they're underneath your hips, so you've still got those mountain principles. And then choose one leg and take a big step forward. A big enough step so that we can land the foot, the knee is above the heel, but we can feel the back leg, let me get this right, the front of the hip on the back leg start to stretch. That's the right way around, isn't it? Yes. Okay. This back foot is relaxed, so the top of the foot is on the ground. I can press my toenails towards the floor. That's going to help me squeeze the bum, so this is going to anchor in. You can stay where you are, or you can come up so that your chest lifts, Your arms are on your thigh, opening up the space a little more. Again, you might think, yep, that's enough, thank you. Or I'm going to take a big breath in, reach my arms to the sky. And as I breathe out, I'm going to twist towards the front leg. I've got to reach back to open up the chest and turn the waist. A little anchor support here. I'll take a big breath in to bring my fingers back up. Let my fingers come down. And I'm going to gently push out of this foot, let the toes come up and let the bum come back. So I'm bringing the bottom away from behind the knee to find some length behind the legs. We're going to resist the temptation to think, I need to be as low as I physically can. It's about creating space in here. So we're going to draw the bum away from the back of the knee. Gently walk towards that foot, enough to bend the knee so that I can bring it back in softly. Now, it's hard to tell when you're kneeling, but I know that one leg definitely feels a bit lighter than the other. Let's do the same for the other side. So take a big stride forward, assist with your hand, if it suits, and find that point. Make sure the heel is on the floor, the knee is above the ankle. Relax the back foot, press down through the top of it, a little squeeze of the bum. Staying here with breath the whole time is going to help to open up through the front of the hip and bring some length through the body. So you can feel free to stay there. Or once we have balance and position, we lift up. As we draw up the chest, we create a bigger space at the front. Again, option to stay or breathing in. And then breathing out. Breath in and up to fingertips, out and down, and then gently peel the toes off the floor as you draw the weight back to stretch behind the leg. Gently shift the weight through enough to bring that leg back. Okay, now we are staying with a similar space in the body. You might actually find if you have got something you're kneeling on, you might want to keep it. I'm going to sit on my bottom. I'm going to have this over here. In fact, actually, I'm just going to spread it out. I might lie on it and have a nap. I won't, don't worry. I'm going to bring my legs to one side so that they're kind of at 90-90, but that's not an exact science, so don't worry if they're not. Basically, you've got space behind each one and a little flexion in your ankles. The back hand is going to be underneath me, underneath my shoulder, so that I've got something to push through. Now I'm going to squeeze my bottom and push my hips forward. I may find that I just gently shift the hips and I feel a stretch and that's enough. Or I may find that I want to lift my bum off the floor. So you squeeze your bottom to press your hips forward. If we lift into our fingertips with a soft shoulder, we open the front body more. And if you're thinking, maybe there's still a little bit more, you can start to draw your collarbones up to the sky and reach your arm back a little bit instead. Gently let your bum land. And try that on the other side. So the legs come across. The hand is an extra spine for you to press through. So remember, just a squeeze of the bum and a forward press will start to open space. If you want the extra space, you squeeze your bum tight, so it's action through the back of the hips. And you lift to open the front. For the extra, be safe with your head, the back of your neck. Reach up behind. And let yourself gently land. Maybe give your wrists a little circle and your fingers a little wiggle from that press through on the ground. Staying in the same space for one more pose, we are going to be pigeons. So, turning to one side. The knee comes out from the hip and the ankle flexes. That's what keeps us safe, keeps our knees happy. Your back leg might choose to be at a 90-degree, remember that's an ish, angle as well. And then from there we can just turn the shoulders, holding here with breath, gradually sinking down through the hips. It's going to bring us some subtlety through the middle of the body. If you feel like you want more, we start to straighten the back leg, bring the heel towards the hip, and we can lift into that space from here. As you breathe in, take a big squeeze of your bum, and as you breathe out, gently let go of that squeeze and feel your body sink down the middle more. If you're happy here, stay here, or for the final couple of breaths, we're going to let ourselves walk forward, as if you're bringing your ribcage towards the end of the mat so that your body lengthens. And we're going to breathe a little deeper. If you've extended your body, walk through your hands to gently lift it up. To bring yourself to the middle and to roll yourself across. If this side feels completely different to the other one, don't worry, we are all beautifully wonky. It's often the hips where that beauty is. Knee comes forward, we flex, safety points, and then take the time to explore where you want to be. Taking that squeeze in the bum as you breathe in. Softly letting go of it as you breathe out and sink. If you want to take the last few breaths in a deeper, more extended space, gently walk yourself forward. Think forwards rather than down. And let your body come down. You have sank, let your body lift up. Gently come to the center. Come all the way around with space behind you. Oh, and let yourself roll down into the ground. Just like when we did the bridge rolls at the beginning, take a moment, relax the head, relax the shoulders. And then we're just going to close in that hip space that we opened up so we get a little bit of balance. We're going to cross one leg over the other. Squeeze the thighs together. Might be enough stretch in itself. Or lift the heel at the bottom off the floor so the foot can snuggle in. Or hold behind the legs. So we breathe in, we squeeze the thighs together. We breathe out. And we see if the legs want to snuggle a little closer. Gently ease away. Uncross, feel that foot land, feel your center again, and then cross the other way. So there is just the cross in itself, lifting the bottom heel so the legs can come in a bit, or drawing them in with the hands. Ease the legs away. Let the foot land and feel it. Relax the arms by the sides, slide the chin to the chest, and again come back to those bridge rolls that we began with. In and up. Out and down. Long breaths in your quiet space so we can check in as we did at the beginning. What's going on in the back of the body? How's it feeling? Next time you find your bottom land, let all of your breath really empty out, let your weight drop. Let one leg slide away and point the toes. You're trying to get your leg just a little bit further towards the edge of your room. And then slide your heel away, bring your toes towards your shin. You may find your foot lifts off the floor. Let the toes point away. And let the toes slide towards the shin. Slide, they're in the air, they're not going to slide, but you know what I mean. Release it. This heel can slide in, that's right. And then swap. Toes point away. Leg gets a little bit longer. And then heel slides away, toes come towards shin. Let's take a steady switch between the two. As you soften through the ankle, through the lower leg, and let the body find the ground a little more. Slide the heel back in. Let the weight drop into the foot. Big breath from the belly, rolling up into the chest. Let your out breath roll back down through your spine. Big deep breath. Let it roll back down. Alright, check in with how you feel where you are and where you want to bring yourself to be in a comfy space to relax and to breathe. Find our Shavasana, maybe dropping the arms and the legs away. Perhaps bent legs, feet on ground. Maybe you want to sit. Take a moment to find the right space for you. When you're there, let your eyes close or take a downward gaze to encourage your focus inwards. Take a moment to follow and observe your breath as it is now. Let the ground take the weight of your head if you are lying. Let's all soften the jaw, relax the muscles of the face, and allow our breath to flow more freely. Using our next out breath to gently roll the shoulders down from the ears. Observe the space you find, the length in your neck. As your shoulders drop away, let the weight of your arms release all the way through into your fingertips. Open up the palms. In-breath rolls up through the body. And out-breath washes back down towards the sit bones. Feel the space in your belly and chest have the opportunity to expand. Opening up to bring new energy in. And then let your attention shift into your lower body when you're ready. Relax the weight of your legs. If you are lying, let them drop into the ground. If you are seated, feel your bottom and the back of your thighs sink deeper to the earth on your out breath. Letting breath flow freely through center body. Take a moment of appreciation as you check in with yourself, grateful for the time you have given to balance out mind and body, strength and calm. Then we're going to lengthen the in-breath. Take a really big breath in, feel your energies lift up. And just let go of it. That renewed energy that you've brought in. Keep long in-breaths and start to bring some movement back into your physical body. You might start small with fingers or toes and build big. Maybe you are ready to go straight in for a full body stretch or a hug of the knees. What does your gut instinct tell you to do? Listen to that. And you start to listen to the mind guide movement, it will let you continue until you explore your way back into your space, back to seated, as if you have gotten out of bed, gotten up for the second time this morning. Take a big breath in and up to the top of your head. And let your out breath roll down into your sit bones. Taking arms with us, big breath in and up to fingertips. Out breath down through the center of the body. Sweeping breath to the top. Out breath to your heart space with love and gratitude to yourself and those around you. You may wish to take a bow to the ground, or in my case, the spine. Namaste. Okay, should we move? Go on then.